Hello everyone. You know, the United States of America is at war. In fact, the whole of humanity is at war. We might as well call this World War III because it does qualify as a world war. Our enemy is deadly and invisible. Hey, that sounds like a perfect title for a 1950 science fiction movie, The Deadly Invisible Monster. But this is not 1950 and this is not science fiction, it is science fact. The enemy is a deadly virus named COVID-19. If anyone doubts that we are really at war, consider this. In Vietnam, we lost 60,000 American lives. As of July 2020, the virus has killed 140,000 Americans. 140,000 Americans killed. We have to recognize this as a war and act accordingly. Understandably, our young adults are becoming impatient, even desperate. This is to be expected. They need to go back to work to support their families. Cabin fever is rampant. They miss their restaurants, their parks, and their beaches. Their kids need to return to school. For them, it is especially tragic that we have wasted over 3 months playing around with patchwork solutions and accomplishing absolutely nothing in the long run. Rather than leaving policy up to the governor of each individual state, what we desperately needed was a national, coordinated plan directly from the top, directly from the White House. This may have involved martial law, but the only effective way to fight the pandemic would have been to bite the bullet, so to speak, right at the start. Shut down the entire country immediately. All bars, restaurants, schools, and yes, even churches would have been closed. Only essential businesses would remain open. We would be permitted to leave our homes only to go to the doctor or to go to the market. Masks in public would have been mandatory. With these drastic measures, experts say the virus could have been put well under control in less than 3 months. Less than 3 months. Why didn't our illustrious leader take decisive executive action? Why did he refuse to wear a mask and fail to encourage social distancing? Can't we expect our leader to set a good example? And if he had set a good example, how many lives could have been saved? But his priority was not to the welfare of the country, but pandering to his base, who he hopes will re-elect him in November. His base, of course, are the people who do not want their civil rights violated by Big Brother telling them what to do. If any of us had our doubts about Trump's suitability for office, they are now solidified. Thanks to a lack of leadership and precious time wasted, we can count on fighting this virus well into the future. Normalcy may never return to our daily lives. And yes, we may still have to undergo a complete nationwide shutdown. The government tells us we have to wear our seatbelts. The government tells us we need a license to drive a car. Government tells us that we can no longer smoke in public. Government tells us we have to pay taxes. Why is there such a negative reaction to government telling us to wear a mask? Such a simple thing. At the present time, we have no vaccine, no treatment, no cure. But we do have 2 effective, powerful weapons, covering our faces and social distancing. For God's sake, please use them both. And I thank you.